Bring back.
Hey guys, um, I meant to clean my windscreen before I did this again. I'm back with another update. Oh, I think I owe it to you. After I have put, I'm calling this Biscuit the Musical. Oh, hi everyone who doesn't know my channel, Traces of Nuts. My name's Tori. I usually do light entertainment, try to be a bit silly, do some cooking, take you for drives, go to the beach. But the last few days, it's really been Biscuit the Musical. The ongoing saga of my rescue cat, who's a tabby and thinks she's a dog, who's got cardiomyopathy and hyperthyroidism. So she's very much been the centre of attention. Nutsy! Every time I'm raving with that photo. Hey, Mercedes girl. I got a bit excited and told everyone she was coming home and just leaving the vet now without her. But it's by choice by me. So I'll explain why. But yeah, after she's coming home at 3:30, I even messaged Mel and then I'm like, oh, no, she's not. Because I had a chat with the vet and the vets are amazing in there, but they wanted me to bring her back tomorrow for more observation. They kind of wanted me to take her home tonight to observe her and then take her back in the morning. And I was kind of like, well, it's 4:30. Like, I'm going to be awake for a few more hours with her, but throughout the night I'll probably be worried sick that she's stopped breathing or something. She's certainly well enough to go home, but on the premise that I would take her back tomorrow and also possibly Thursday and even Friday. And I've made the decision to leave her there for another night because I think it'd be really traumatic for me to take her home now and then in the morning when I'm getting up and running around and getting ready to go to work, having to give her a shitload of medicine, drop her back, including a sedative, and then dropping her back at the vet for them to observe her for the day, and then me picking her up at like 7 o'clock tomorrow night and taking her home and then getting up on Thursday morning and doing it all over again. Hey, Trixie. Biscuit is doing well. She's still got some forced breathing issues and apparently she puked today, and one of the drugs she's on is notorious for making cats puke. So I'm actually taking this opportunity to go and get some stuff for dinner and a few other things I need for the house that I was going to leave till Friday, but I'm like, no, I can get it all done now. So it's really hot here too, and I'm in jeans. But anyway, I could have went to the bed in a sundress, but so I've just spent an hour with Biscuit, and she was really smoochy, and they all love her in there now, even though she used to be considered their second worst patient. They're all very fond of her. But I just made the decision. I thought I've got a new job. It's only my 3rd week. Thanks, Anne-Marie. She's improving, but because she had a drug today that's an antibiotic and she's only on that for like another, I think, 3 days to finish the course, but it's notorious for making cats sick, and she's on all these other meds to try and get her potassium and heart and everything back to normal. So she didn't have enough medicine absorbed before she puked, if you know what I mean. So like, she was well enough for me to take her home to observe, but to be honest, even if tomorrow she stabilises a bit, if the vet says we'd like you to take her home and bring her back in the morning, like Thursday morning, I think I'm still going to say I'd rather she stay the night and then I can have her home with me on Friday and keep an eye on her all day. Because, yeah, things can get a little bit hectic in the morning when you're getting ready for work, and I've got to leave home fairly early to miss the really heavy traffic. So to have to kind of drop a cat in and everything else, so it's just like, no, I think it makes more sense. I'd rather pay the money for her to stay there for the night than possibly cause her more anxiety. And, she's got a heart condition and hypothyroidism, so rapid heartbeat and laboured breathing are very common because of those conditions. And it doesn't take much to upset them. I agree, Mercedes Girl. I think it can be really stressful. And for me too, because, I've got my boss flying in and 2 days of work with him, and I want to be on my best, I don't want to be exhausted, or I can see myself, if I took her home with me, I could see myself getting up throughout the night just to check that she's breathing and she's still alive, and then rocking up to work tomorrow looking like I've been partying all night. So, thanks, Anne-Marie. Thanks, Mercedes Girl. Thanks, Raven. Yeah, look, I know it's the right decision. Mel, the vet, just said to me, the only reason I'm offering for you to take her is I don't want you to think that I'm not letting you take her home. And I was like, no, like, I don't feel like that at all. And I would rather pay for her to be there for 2 more nights and come home stable. And if anything happens over the weekend, dial that number. But otherwise, take her back in on Monday so they can check her electrolytes, or they can come and do a home visit on Saturday and check them. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather sort of cause her the minimal amount of stress. And she's really happy in there. They're spoiling her rotten. They love her now. They're not scared of her, even though she's still a bit sassy, but they've got to know her and they think she's hilarious. And she is. She's a really funny little cat, as many of you know. Oh, thanks, Mercedes Girl. Music for cats. Oh, that's awesome. I wasn't planning on going live, but you guys have been such beautiful support for me, and I wanted you guys to know. Because I was putting comments under some of your comments, going, I'm getting her at 3:30, and I messaged Mel, I'd love to get her now, and then I was like, oh, maybe not. So I thought the easiest thing to do is to do a YouTube live while I drive into Sorrel just to get a few supplies just for the next couple of days. So I've got stuff at home that I don't need to, I've just got things I'll need for me at home that I'm getting really low on or that I've run out of. Like, I haven't been able to, it's so weird, guys. I think the last time I shaved my legs, I only shaved one. Because when I went for a swim today, I'm like, you've got spikes on my leg, not many. Oh, you've got a swatting hissy cat. But I'm out of shaving cream to do my legs, so I've just got to get stuff like that. I thought I could go and get that now, so at least getting ready in the morning to go to work, I won't be like, oh fuck, I've got to use conditioner again as shaving cream. Oh, link for me too. Awesome. Thank you, Mercedes Girl. I'll put that on when I get home. I'm much better. I'm much better after the live this morning that I did from the beach and my swim. And I left for those of you who know about the courier scandal, I forgot to turn volume up on my phone. I hope you must be able to hear me. I left that box before I went to the beach. Something was like, just stick it out on the porch just in case. I get back from the beach and they fucking came and got it. After my lawyer messaged me to say, I don't need to pick it up. They'll be coming now on Friday. I got back from the beach and it's gone. And it was like this actual weight lifted off my shoulders because it's the last connection I have with them now. It's gone. So I'll have to send an email when I get home to say, well, as luck would have it. And there was a sender's copy of a slip on there, so nobody driving up the street went, oh my God, she's had her Gibson crap toilet paper delivered. Just in case we go into lockdown again, I'm going to nick her box of toilet paper. It was picked up by the courier. But I was, hey, Serenity B. But I thought I was extremely funny to send the last few bits and pieces connecting me to them in a box that's got who gives a crap on the side of it. I was proud of that. So, yes. So Vicky's having another night at the vets, maybe even two. They've adjusted medicine and they've introduced some new medicine and they've reduced others, and I personally think it's going to take, and so does Mel, a few days of just tweaking and observing to get the right doses. And yeah, I'd rather pay that extra money for her to stay the night, even 2 nights, than have to keep taking her back every day just for the day, like dropping her off in the morning and picking her up at night. I mean, if I lived in the city and the vet was in the city, I'd do it because I could literally drop her off at 8:30 in the morning and pick her up at 5:30. But because of this job and how far out of town I am, I'd be dropping her off to them at like 7 and picking her up at 7. And I just want to, and I might even, I might have dinner with my boss tomorrow night. So, I think for everyone's anxiety, it's better this way. But I feel a lot lighter. The box is gone. Biscuit's doing much better. She was really smoochy. She lay down with her head. I put my hand down and she put her head in my hand and fell asleep, which is so cute. I got to spend an hour with her and she's so happy. I mean, she's doped off her tits. She's on a new drug that's really good for cats with anxiety, and she's having a great time. So I almost didn't want to, that was another thing. I didn't want to take her because I'm like, she's actually really content and happy. And as much as it would have been nice to have her sitting out on my deck with me this afternoon in the sunshine, I would have been freaking out in the morning about getting her back into her little cage and taking her back to the bed, getting to work. And I decided, a bit of us chilling out on the deck this afternoon for an hour or so, as lovely as it would be, the price for being able to do that would also be chaos in the morning. So I'm happy with the decision, and I know Biscuit will be too. Well, I think she will. It's not really cool to project human emotions on animals according to some people, but I do think they have similar emotions to us. So yeah, I'm definitely in a much better space now. So thank you to everyone who let me offload on the beach, and thank you for coming in and getting the news on Biscuit. I'm going to go and get a few supplies. Will she be on different food when she gets home? No, she'll What's doing that? Hang on. I just have to put the motor engine back on. She'll continue on the metabolic diet that she's on. The vet's giving her the same food. There won't be any changes there. But oh my God, Biscuit is now officially a drug addict. She's going to be on 2 more drugs in addition to the 4 that she's already on. So, oh, she's actually on 3 more, but one of them's an antibiotic that will finish over the weekend. It's just a course of antibiotics for her little nose. But once her heart and her breathing and her potassium and her electrolytes are all cruising along, then we're going to have to check out her thyroid and see what medicine adjustments need to be made with that. But because she's been put on all these new drugs and she's also on the antidepressant or whatever it is, the anti-anxiety medicine as well. So it's because all these new drugs are going into her system, and it makes logical sense. The vet wants her to be settled on all of that stuff, and then we'll check out the thyroid and adjust medication and see how her thyroid's traveling. I'm happy to be calmer too. It was very stressful, and much love to everyone that clocked in on the beach. Mel, I don't know if you'll watch this replay, but I did send you a message saying I was picking her up, and then I was like, no, I'm not, but now you'll know why I'm not, and I'll try and check in with you later in case. Don't judge. This is a sad tale of woe. You're right, it looks like it. I don't know if you saw them, but these women, 3 women and a guy, have just come back from doing a 4-day hike, and they're all walking like they've been riding horses. Pretty funny. For a moment there, when he first turned around and smiled at me, I'm like, oh my God, is that Jimmy Barnes? But it's not. But yeah, thank you everyone. Like I was trying to explain this morning, like all of your outpourings of love and support have meant a lot to me, because I do consider you my friends. My issue was with some randos that I really do not know from a bar of soap who, yeah, I mean, I guess that's where the stress is coming from, because this has been a bit of a stressful time and things have changed on the daily, if not sometimes the hourly, and I can't keep everybody updated. Like, I can keep you guys updated really easily by going live on YouTube, but and I've been doing little updates in a Facebook group, but yeah, it was all a bit full on. And like I was saying this morning, it's a double-edged sword, because on the one hand, everybody wants to feel that they're loved and being looked after and cared about. But then on the other hand, you feel an obligation to thank everyone. And I kind of spent the whole day yesterday doing that, or at least I thought I had. And I missed a few people and they weren't happy. Thanks, Mercedes girl. I know, the biscuit eating video. I had to share that with you. That's what I woke up to this morning, and I was like, yay. And then I just read some messages that made me feel like I'd upset people, and it was all downhill from there. But getting back from the beach when I chatted to you guys, and that box had been picked up by the courier, that was awesome. Just got a Winnebago reversing into a park just near me. That's what that beeping is. Yeah, well, Mercedes, well, it's easy to keep you guys updated, and I love all of your messages. And like I said, I'm not necessarily always able to reply, but at least if I see them and put a little love heart, please know that that's me saying thank you. I'll have a, I know, she sounds like a truffle pig when she eats. And everyone was going, oh, that's a good sign. And like I said earlier, I mean, unless she didn't have a mouth anymore, I reckon she would eat till the very second before she dies. She's totally into food. Thank you, Serenity Bee. I'm going to have a yummy dinner and um, have a listen to those both of those channels that Mercedes Girl sent me links for, and um, I might even do a little face mask and just watch something real. I didn't end up watching TV this afternoon. I stayed at the beach for quite a while, and then I got home, had a shower, and then my uncle and auntie and a friend of theirs dropped in, and they bought me some bottles of bubbles from the winery that they'd had lunch at. Very spoilt. Um, and then just got to spend an hour with Vicky and made the decision for her to stay there overnight because, oh, Casper, you're always late and want an update. I'm late. Fill me in. In a nutshell, I've made the decision to let Biscuit stay at the vet tonight because they wanted me to take her back in the morning. They wanted me to take her home, observe her, and then take her back tomorrow. And I was just like, no, I've got to work. It's going to be feral in the morning. It's much easier for her just to stay there. And she's well enough to go home, but on a trial to observe her, not to stay at home without more vet visits. So for the next few days, if I take her home with me, I will be taking her back the next day for them to observe her. So I made the choice for her to stay the night rather than disrupt everything. And we'll see what she's like tomorrow. If she's stabilized and they say we don't need her to come back now till Friday. But I personally, I'm already leaning towards leaving her there even tomorrow night because I'm not working on Friday or Saturday or Sunday or Monday. And I'll have 4 days to keep an eye on her. But the last thing I thought she needed in the morning was me suddenly giving her all these new drugs, some of which might make her throw up, and then bundling her back into her carrier and taking her back to the vet. I think, yeah, the longer she stays there and the more stable she is, the better it'll be for me to take her home. Biscuit's our spirit animal. She's the channel mascot. Oh, just before Casper, a dude that looks a bit like Jimmy Barnes walked past and had a chat to me. I didn't ask him if he knew Mel Mel, but I'm sure he did. I'm sure he does. Um, yeah, thanks, Amory. I mean, you've got to weigh things up, and it just to me, it just didn't make sense because as much as I'd love to have her home, knowing I've got to take her back first thing in the morning and then deal with peak hour traffic and working with my boss in town, like there's a lot going on. Oh, don't forget the razor. Fair enough, hairy. I don't have a hairy muff. I need shaving cream to do my one leg that has spiky bits on it. Yeah, that'd be funny, Casper. But I think you, me, and Mel Mel should all get stickers for cars that say, "Do you know Mel Mel? Do you know Casper? Do you know Traces of Nuts?" with the YouTube logo and build, like all build our channels with this shameless promotion on bumper stickers. I'll definitely do some soon, but I've got to be careful where I do mine because people, like I'm not a public figure here, but I'm known. Like people know my face. I did radio for 7 years and grew up in the public eye, so it's kind of like as funny as it is. I know that most of them would be like, "Why did Tori Hodgman just pull over in a car and ask me if we know Mel Mel?" Oh my God, you're talking about my muff region and the hairdo. I'm not saying anything, but that area does not need any attention at all. I'll leave it at that. There's a thing called laser, and I made the most of it. all that stress with you. Yeah, I agree, Anne-Marie. I don't feel any guilt at all. Like, I had a lovely hour with her. She's happy as Larry. She's drugged to the eyeballs. Yeah, exactly, Mercedes girl. That's what I really want. A community post. Oh, Mel, thank you too, darling. I only saw it earlier, but Mel had put a community post on her page for sending out positive vibes for Biscuit and for me, which is really lovely. Your car would rock a bumper sticker here in America. You live in the country of the bumper stickers. We're more of a decal country. Like, we're more likely to have things just on our windows. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are some people that have things on their bumpers, but most people just put decals on the glass so you don't mess up the paintwork. I've got in this car, I've got a Four Oceans sticker with the little what's it called? Is it haka? The little Hawaiian finger gesture thing. What's that called? It's not haka, I don't think. But you know when they greet each other and they do the little hand thing. You have never had a bumper sticker in your life. And I don't like those my family stickers. So I've got one that says I don't give a flying fuck about your family, and it's got a little stick person giving the finger. It's getting hot in here, dudes. I'll end this live. But there's the update. Biscuit is really doing well. She's still got a way to go. Ah, cool. You've got the Star Wars cruiser fight. I've seen that one too. I love it. I had the cops behind me one day with their lights on. I was like, oh my God, what have I done? And the cops pulled me over, and it was a woman, and she's like, I'm so sorry to pull you over. I just want to get a photo of your sticker. Anyway, Groovers, Biscuit's improving. She's still got a way to go, but I had a lovely time with her. She was cute. They all love her. They think she's really funny. With a bit of sass thrown in, and yeah, I'll be able to go to work tomorrow and have a fairly stress-free day. And then based on the updates I get from Mel, I'll either say to her, let's just keep her in for one more night and I'll pick her up on Thursday, because I'm going to be going in and out of the vet for the next few weeks fairly regularly, or they'll come and visit us and do electrolyte testing at home. So keep sending out those positive vibes. We're both definitely feeling them and they're working. And thanks for hanging out with me. Have a great night, everyone, or sweet dreams if you're about to go to sleep, or good morning if you're just getting up. Thanks to anyone who joins and watches this on the replay. Thank you for making it to the end. That's impressive. And I love you guys very much. And we'll all hang out together very soon. Take care out there. Love you guys.